Hello, everyone. I'm Rabbi Steve Leder, and I'm really honored to share a message, a few thoughts with you as the holidays approach. This is the Friday after Thanksgiving. Immediate Thanksgiving was yesterday. That's the day I'm recording this for you, um, and it's really my honor. I've written a lot about the issue of pain and how to find some meaning within our pain. And I hope that what I have to say will be helpful to each of you as you learn to live with the pain of a child in prison. First, let me say that I come to this with a foundational pre-Christian perspective. In other words, I come to this from the perspective of Judaism, which is the foundation stone upon which Christianity is built. I think we all know Jesus was a rabbi. So hopefully this will also give you another way of looking at the Bible and at tradition that'll be really helpful to you and completely consistent with Christianity. So first of all, what we have in common, of course, is we're monotheists. This notion of belief in a single God, which came from Abraham. And Abraham, in my opinion, brought the most important idea of all to human civilization. Before Abraham, the pagan view of life was that it was entirely circular, cyclical. In other words, we are just the next generation of actors playing out the same narrative, the same roles as the generation before us and before that and before that. That was the pagan view, that life changed for the gods but not for human beings. The actors changed but never the script and never the play. And so there was really no concept of being able to change anything. Everything was fatalistic. Everything was predetermined. And along comes Abraham, who says, no. Human beings are capable of changing the script, changing the narrative, changing our lives. And that existence was not circular, but linear. That we are all part of a continuum heading toward better lives and a better world. And essentially, what Abraham, the idea that he brought to this world, can be summed up in two words. I think the two most important words a person could ever hope to hear. And those two words are, you matter. This is the great insight that Abraham brought to the world. That we matter as individuals, that we can change things, that existence is a linear journey, as I said, toward an ever better world. The idea that we matter is a big, radical, powerful idea. It was then, and it is today. Before I get to talking about your children in prison, let me say this to you, to each of you. You matter. You matter because you were made by God in a way unlike any other human being. You matter because you have a unique way of loving and touching and leading and caring for other people and for God, unlike anyone else in the world ever has had or ever will have. I want to say that to each of you again. You matter because you were made by God in a way unlike any other person on earth. You are unique. You are powerful. You are beautiful in a way unlike any other person has ever been or ever will be. I'm guessing that each one of you knows the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. We all know that psalm. Think about that verse. Thou hast anointed my head with oil. When I read that psalm out loud, I emphasize the word my. Thou hast anointed my head with oil. Do you know what that means? Thou hast anointed my head with oil. That was the psalmist's way of telling every person who reads that psalm that he or she is a king or a queen. Anointing was for royalty. When we read those words, thou hast anointed my head with oil, we are reminding ourselves that we matter. You matter. You are a queen. You are an empress. You are royal. And you matter. Now, from the perspective of my faith, Judaism, there is no such thing as relative value to life. All life, every person, every age, every stage of life, whether you have 10 decades left to live or 10 minutes left to live, whether you are in prison or a palace, whether you are on the street or on the top of the world, from the Jewish perspective and from the monotheistic perspective, the Abrahamic perspective, from the truly religious perspective, every single life is of equal value and potential for purpose. Because to say you matter is to say we all matter. If you are alive, there is a reason for your life. Like every life, your life is a treasure of the rarest sort. And this includes the lives of your children, incarcerated or not. They matter. They matter to you. They matter to me. They matter to God, and they should matter to every person of faith and every person. There is no relative value to life. All lives matter equally. In a couple of hours, it'll be the Sabbath here in Los Angeles, where I am recording this. And this Sabbath, Jews all over the world, by the millions, will be reading that famous story of Joseph. Joseph, whose life, as many of you know, was filled with ups and downs and ups and downs. The up of being his father's favorite and the coat of many colors, the down of being thrown into the pit by his brothers and sold into slavery, the up of being in Potiphar's home and being in charge and trusted, the down of being imprisoned. Frightening downs, glorious ups, and more frightening downs. And what does the Bible tell us? Let me quote. So Joseph's master had him put in prison, but even while he was there in prison, the Lord was with Joseph. This is a powerful reminder to us all, and I hope especially to each of you, that you matter. You are a gift, you are a blessing, and your sons matter. They, too, are dear to God. Thank you for letting me share a few words with you. God bless you, and God bless your children.